It's even better than I expected. So yesterday, EA put out a video of Donovan Edwards versus Bordeaux in College Football 25. And the word for the year will be fluidity. And if you watch the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't yet, you'll know what I mean. So boom! Now listen, people have said this and been saying it, but this gameplay is going to hush a lot of doubters. EA is doing an amazing job with the rollout for this game, and yesterday was no different. But today, I'm going to show you 5 things that I loved about the gameplay that we saw yesterday in College Football 25. This may be the best football game we've seen in a while. Let's get into it. And from the top, we saw the kicking meter. Now, we've seen the kicking meter in a few trailers, but to my knowledge, I don't think we saw it in action. But now we have a little more insight into how it works. So now when you kick, the bottom meter is for accuracy, and the top meter is for power. This is going to make field goals more challenging across the board, and especially in stressful situations on the road against tough opponents. So the way you use it, before you hike the ball, there's a meter that goes left to right. You have to stop it in the green, and then as you press X to stop that meter, you hold it for the power of the kick. And what you'll see is kind of a theme later on, but there are 3 stages of power. There's blue power, which could be low to medium. There's yellow power, which is medium to high. And then there's red power, which is max power. Now, you really don't want to overdo it and get into the red. And on the next play they show, you see that this is also the case when it comes to passing. So in the passing game, there are also 3 stages of color. Get it in the blue and you'll throw a safer pass. If the gauge stops in the yellow or red, you'll have a more inaccurate pass, but that doesn't mean that it's uncatchable. A lot of the times that they threw red passes, you saw the receiver stop and turn around fully to catch the ball. I saw someone else say that you could use this as a method to keep the ball away from receivers, but do keep in mind that max power throws increase the possibility of drop passes. And then there was the famous clip that EA was showing us the day before of Donovan Edwards juking his way into the end zone. And that brings me to number 2, which is fluidity. College Football 25 is fluid in motion, which is going to allow players to weave between defenders. As you can see in the clip here, Donovan Edwards was able to maneuver his way around the defenders without using the right stick, which I love and will change the dynamic of the game from Madden. There's also another clip later on of Donovan Edwards getting a 70+ yard touchdown. And in this clip, again, it shows how fluid the gameplay is. On that run, you can see defenders bouncing off of him, and the way he's able to maneuver around some defenders and bounce off of others is crazy. And it all just looks so seamless. Now, backs like Donovan Edwards in College Football 25 will be the more elite players. So for the elite players, those plays will be more frequent. And if you watch the deep dive, you notice there's a lot of running plays where they're able to break free and get that breakaway speed, leaving defenders behind for long touchdown runs. Number 3 has gotta be the celebrations. It's funny because throughout the gameplay, Donovan Edwards kept doing the same animation after he scored a touchdown, which was the left, do it, right, do it. But they showed the list of celebrations that you can do in the game. And to be honest, it kind of looks like a Mortal Kombat fatality list. But now when you score touchdowns or have a big play like an interception or a fumble recovery or a sack, instead in Madden where you were just flicking it up, down, left, or right to do a random celebration, now you can customize your button combos to be certain celebrations. So you do still have the up, down, left, right, but now those are specific to what you set them to. And on top of that, you have L2, flick the right stick right, and then you'll do a different type of celebration. Or R2, flick it up, you have a different celebration. One thing that's hilarious about this, and you know I gotta mention it, is that the Shedeur Sanders watch pose is only specific to Colorado. Not sure if it's just specific to Shedeur, but it does say Colorado on the celebration, and for everyone else it's like a salute. And I think it's funny how everybody on Twitter is talking about how Colorado paid EA off so they could have all this stuff in the game. Number 4 is pump faking. Later on in the video, you see Bordeaux pump fake, and then was able to throw the pass behind the defender. And in the replay, you notice that when he pump fakes, the defender comes up because obviously he thinks he's going to throw. But as soon as the quarterback sees that he has jumped up in coverage, he throws the ball behind him. And obviously we know pump faking has been in Madden forever, but as far as I've seen it, it's never actually done anything. But at least for the computer, I've never seen them jump up like that. So I know at least for me when I'm playing, this will be another tactic that I use against my opponents. And it'll give players an incentive to start tactically throwing out pump fakes. And number 5, a quick one. And I've also seen a few people mention this on other various social media sites, but in that long run that Donovan Edwards got, when he got in the open space, the crowd starts to notice that he's on his way to a touchdown. So if you watch the crowd closely, by the time he hits about the 30-yard line, the crowd immediately starts jumping up and down and cheering. And once he gets to the end zone, the whole screen starts shaking, and you can really feel the energy in the crowd. And this is exactly what I wanted from EA EA and the immersion aspect of the game. I can only imagine what it sounded like with headphones on. And that's what I want. I want to feel like I'm there. I want to feel like I'm watching it on TV with surround sound and a bunch of shit. So yeah, that's 5 things that I loved about the gameplay that they showed us. What amazing footage that we got from EA. We are 1 week away. We can make it. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. More videos coming in the near future. Okay.